When Jon Jones was recently asked about the possibility of grappling Daniel Cormier at RAF, he opened up about a serious health issue that's been affecting his decision-making. Jones revealed that he's dealing with severe arthritis in his left hip and doesn't want to risk worsening the condition. At this stage of his life, he says maintaining mobility and living comfortably matters more than proving anything inside a grappling match. Meanwhile, the heavyweight division is buzzing with discussions about a potential interim title fight between Ciryl Gane and Alex Pereira. With Tom Aspinall's return still unclear, Gane appears to be in prime position following the recent no-contest situation. Pereira, on the other hand, continues to hint at moving up from light heavyweight. Aspinall has previously addressed the idea, saying he wouldn't be against the matchup and believes it would be stylistically interesting, but he remains focused on securing a rematch with Gane. He has made it clear that settling that rivalry is his top priority. Speculation around this potential interim title clash has been circulating since late 2025, with figures like Joe Rogan, Josh Thompson, and Michael Bisping all mentioning it as a logical way to keep the division active while Aspinall continues recovering. Fans across social media have also kept the conversation alive, though for now it remains just speculation. Let's take a closer look at what Jon Jones had to say about his current health.
I want to see him go against Cormier and RAF. That's what I want to see.
Are you gonna do it?
Bro,
I have severe arthritis, and most people don't know that. My left hip is covered in arthritis.
Damn.
I actually already qualified for a hip replacement.
Oh shit.
My last training camp, dude, I went to bed in so much pain.
Well, UFC gonna cover it though, 100%.
I have a 3-year-old baby boy, and I want to use what I got left of my hips and play with his ass.
Yeah.
In other news, Khabib Nurmagomedov has made a strong statement regarding his cousin Usman Nurmagomedov. According to Khabib, Usman is already competing at the same level as top UFC lightweight contenders like Ilia Topuria and Arman Tsarukyan, and may even be operating at a higher level. The undefeated PFL champion is being viewed as part of the elite tier at 155 pounds worldwide. During a recent interview with MMA team Guerrilla Fighting, Khabib discussed how dramatically Usman has evolved over the past year, pointing out improvements in his physical strength, technical skills, and overall mindset. Khabib admitted that he would have been more cautious making such comparisons a year ago, but now he fully believes Usman can compete with the very best in the lightweight division. This perspective also aligns with the long-term vision within Khabib's team. With Islam Makhachev moving up to welterweight and no longer holding the lightweight title, Usman appears to be positioned as the next dominant Dagestani force at 155 pounds. Khabib and coach Javier Mendez have spoken for years about developing Usman into a pound-for-pound level fighter, and his performances in the PFL continue to support that belief. Usman captured the inaugural PFL lightweight championship following intense battles with Paul Hughes, is now scheduled to defend his title against Alfie Davis in Dubai, and currently sits at the top of the PFL pound-for-pound rankings. Here's what Khabib had to say when asked about Usman's competitiveness at the highest level.
Do you have a sense of how competitive Usman would be in the strongest league in the world at 70 kilograms against Arman, Topuria, and the other guys? I have my own opinion on this. I think it would be unethical for me to speak about a PFL fighter in a UFC context and start making direct comparisons like that. But if you look at it objectively, over just 1 year, what has happened with Usman is very clear. How much he has developed, how much stronger he has become, and how much his overall level has risen. I train with him, I wrestle with him, I work with him personally every day, so I see it up close, not just from the outside, and even from an external perspective. I truly believe Usman has grown a lot. He is competitive at that level. I believe Usman is already operating at that level. If you had asked me a year ago, I would have said we need to wait and see more, but right now, I believe he is already there. In the end, time will show everything.
Switching topics, Petr Yan has added more fuel to his ongoing tension with Ilia Topuria by suggesting a potential boxing match between them. After capturing the bantamweight belt from Merab Dvalishvili, Yan made bold statements about his performance, claiming he dominated the fight and completely broke his opponent. Topuria responded by warning Yan to be more respectful, which has only escalated the rivalry. During a recent appearance with Russian influencer Nurlan, Yan stated that Dvalishvili will almost certainly receive an immediate rematch, praising him for his 3 successful title defenses and saying he fully deserves another opportunity. Yan also predicted that he would perform even more decisively in a trilogy fight. Addressing Topuria directly, Yan acknowledged the Georgian fighter's loyalty to his teammate Dvalishvili, noting that it's natural for fighters to defend their training partners, especially when emotions run high after major fights. Yan also evaluated Topuria's boxing ability, describing him as a highly skilled striker and admitting that a boxing match between them would present a dangerous challenge. Interestingly, Yan and Topuria were once scheduled to fight in the UFC before Topuria officially joined the promotion, but that bout never materialized.
About the Merab fight, I was really glad that he trusted his stand-up and chose to box with me. Obviously, he is a great wrestler, but I defended all of his takedowns, so he decided to test his stand-up against me, and that is exactly what we wanted. That was our game plan. In the Trilogy fight, he will get messed up even more, because this time, I will destroy him even harder. I have him figured out. He definitely deserves the rematch, and I believe he will get it. He defended his belt 3 times. He absolutely deserves it. I also understand Ilia Topuria's nervousness in the aftermath of the fight. He is loyal to Merab, and I understand that some of his insulting comments came from his emotions in the moment. I am never surprised to hear things like that from him. I believe that as a fighter, he has very high-level boxing skills. I am a boxer myself, and if we were ever to face each other in a boxing match, he would be an extremely dangerous opponent for me. He is big and has good instincts, but we also have to take into account things like will to win and experience in boxing. I have been boxing my whole life, so why not?
Elsewhere, Lerone Murphy is staying focused and realistic ahead of his matchup with Movsar Evloev. Murphy made it clear that their fight has not officially been labeled as a #1 contender bout, pointing out that in the UFC, opportunities are earned through performance rather than promises. He stressed that the next title challenger should be decided by whoever delivers the most convincing victory, even if it doesn't come through a highlight reel finish. From a tactical standpoint, Murphy acknowledged Evloev as an elite opponent but expressed confidence in his own game plan. He plans to combine strong defensive wrestling with constant offensive pressure, aiming to push Evloev into uncomfortable situations, force mistakes, and pursue a knockout throughout the entire fight. Stylistically, the matchup represents a classic striker versus wrestler dynamic, although both fighters possess well-rounded skill sets. Murphy also shared his perspective on Alexander Volkanovski's rematch with Diego Lopes. He suggested that he believed he had the tools to defeat Volkanovski himself, mentioning that time eventually affects every fighter and saying he would have approached the matchup differently. He also noted that he wasn't surprised by how the Diego Lopes fight unfolded.
Seeing the way the division mapped out, it was obvious that they was going to go with that fight.
Have you been told, or your management, have they been told, you win this fight, you are 100% getting a title shot? Is this going to be billed as a true #1 contender fight? It should be.
At this point, words are wind, innit? It's like the division's forever changing, and it's a performance-based company. Someone's got to go out there and put on a good fight, and nothing's concrete, and that's what I'm trying to say. Nothing's concrete, but I hope so. I believe the matchmakers know what type of matchup this is. I think it would be unfair to say you've got to go out there and get a crazy knockout to get the title. Everybody knows what type of fight this is going to be. And what type of fighter I'm fighting against. So I think the winners should be undeniably next in line for the title. Simple.
That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.